Just putting up the question of the day. Hello, Mirox80. G'day, mate. How are you? Who are you? Where are you from? You don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but hello anyway. And, yeah, I'm just about to put up a question of the day. I make them up on the spot, usually based on how my day has gone and what I've talked to people about. Let me just think. We're not officially starting the stream just yet, but hello. All right. Question of the day. What's the stupidest thing or silliest thing a student asked me today? Let's find out. Oh, thanks, mate. You're from the Discord server. Yeah, thank you for coming and checking it out. Like I said, not trying to self-promote, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure that I had some people playing with me. You know, so, yeah, I was in a bit of a conundrum. I was like, oh, I should just post, and then if I get kicked, I can completely understand why I'd get kicked, but I thought I'd give it a go anyway. So, pardon me. This is a faceless channel, you should know as well. You're not going to get to see my face. But if I get some of my regulars showing up, we've got about 4 or 5 people that, maximum 4 or 5 that usually shows up. So, keen to check that out. Not many people doing streams on AI Dungeon. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty famous in my family in my life for getting into trends about 4 years late. So yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of a question of the day. I'm drawing a blank. Usually I don't talk at this bit until I start the stream. So I can see that I got another person in the stream. You can lurk all you want. Please join in if you want to, but if not, that's all good. Question of the day. What is? This is a stupid question. And yes, my writing in AI Dungeon doesn't get much better than this either. But what is the best hot drink in the world? I'm just going to put it out there. The best hot drink in the world is plain water. That's just been warmed up a bit on a really cold day. I know that sounds really stupid. After that, obviously coffee. But like, I used to live in England for a bit. Obviously from my accent, I'm Australian. But yeah, I used to go to work and I'd always forget to bring my own coffee or my own tea, so I'd bring nothing. So I'd just warm up some hot water. And it was the worst time of my life. It was just the most depressing thing. But after a while, it became a bit of a ritual for me to do so. Okay, right. So, and okay, right. Should we just get started? If you know what you're doing, if you're on the server, you probably know what you're doing, hey? So, why don't we get started? When was the peak? When was the peak popularity? Hang on, let's get the whole screen up here. Hang on. Okay, how do I do this? And let me know if the volume's ridiculously bad as well. Let's get this. There we go, get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. You are watching yourself, if you're that person on the screen watching. Oh, whoops. This was me checking out the Reddit. I tried to make a Reddit post as well. I was just literally like, what am I supposed to do here? Here's us on the Discord though. And I was looking at this. This was interesting. The Discord thing on how to run a good multiplayer game. And I was just going to read through it while I was waiting originally, but do you think it's pretty on point? Hang on. Let me get rid of this. for a second. I'll get up my my other browser thingamajig here. Right. If you're in the chat as well, or if you're watching this later on, what's your favorite genre? Because so far, I was really surprised at how much fun I had in mystery. I thought I'd be all about the fantasy, but yeah, I don't know. Fantasy was a bit lacking for me. All right. I think it's because I was kind of like, as soon as you know when you do something and then you're like, I'm actually not that into it. I was surprisingly not into it, if that makes any sense. Here we go. All right, I'm signed in. I'm obviously a free user. I'm an absolute leech upon society. And this was my, is the AI acting unusually? Like what? Trying to take us over? That was the, how do I, oh, invite players. Okay, so I can invite like up to 4 players. Sweet. Okay. So how do I create a game? Right, that makes sense. Mostly dark fantasy. Do you want me to call you Mirox? Is Mirox okay with you? I can call you M-Dog if you want. Whatever you want me to call you. Dark fantasy. When you say dark fantasy, do you mean like just ridiculously grim or like gritty, like violent, or do you mean like just gritty personality development, like character arcs that are hugely like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like highly flawed characters and things like that. Nah, just call me Mirox. Okay. No worries, M-Dog. No, I'm kidding. Please don't leave. I need you for my multiplayer game. Okay, right. Mirox it is. Mirox. Okay, right. Sorry, every now and then you'll hear me drink water. It's because I'm a teacher. I'm a supply teacher. And on work days, which today was, just for reference as well, it's like nearly 11 p.m. At night for me. So I've put the kids to bed. My wife and I have put the kids to bed. We've hung out for a bit, watched some YouTube, and now it's my turn to come out and if I don't have any voiceover work, which is tonight, I don't have anything on tonight, which is great. I get to do this. So right. So fantasy, dark fantasy. Okay, well look, if you want to do some fantasy, we can do some fantasy. Right, here we go. And while I'm here, I'll just check my own Discord. I've got a Discord for this channel, but let me be really honest here. I've had very little to do with making this. I kind of had used Discord very briefly before starting this channel. Working for other channels, they use it. But yeah, I'm definitely not adept at using Discord. So every now and then you'll see me do posts on Discord pages and I'll be like, whoops, wrong page. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Okay, so live in about 20 minutes. Yeah, that was about, jeez Louise, that was half an hour ago. All right, no one's coming. People might trickle in as we go. All right, it's you and me, man. All right, grimdark to have more of a realistic feeling about medieval times. Medieval. None of this friendship is magic crap. I'm conflicted because I grew up with Harry Potter. Like, I'm 37 years old. So, like, when I was... I started reading it when I was, like, 11. And I think, yeah, that's the first year for Harry Potter. That's his first year at school. So I grew up with, like, that kind of friendship, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, you know, Voldemort and all that. Sorry, who must not be named. Invite players. Okay, how do I invite you, man? Can I just copy this into the chat? I'm just going to do it. Bada bing, bada boom. If that works for you. I don't know how to do it. I presume that's how you do it. Our story begins with a group of adventurers living in the medieval... Oh yeah, sorry, what was I saying? I am not really stalling for time, but I'm just kind of like... I'm getting really bad. The last couple of streams, I start talking about something and then I just completely like change track. So I was saying you'll hear me drinking water every now and then because I drink a lot of coffee on work days. Like people go, oh yeah, I drink a lot of coffee too. And I'm like, yeah, well, okay, it's like 11 a.m. So how many coffees have you had? They're like, 1. And I'm like, yeah, I've had 6. So, okay, you can, but I am a pure observer for now. Oh, that's cool, man. No worries. Where do you work that you're allowed to be just chilling out on a stream? I fucking love that. That's great. And also, you'll be one of my first working age people, unless you're a high school student who does work as well. That's cool. That's cool. Let's do it. Our story begins with a group of adventurers living in the medieval kingdom of Larian. Oh, is it always Larian? Like, I've done a couple before. It always seems to be Larian. I'm changing the name. No, not pig farts. The kingdom of, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Grey Dawn. The Kingdom of Grey Dawn. Why not? The kingdom is filled with small villages and thatched cottages and has been relatively peaceful until now. The adventurers are on a quest to find the magical staff of Zalos. They walk through the forest and notice a band of mountain dwarves. The dwarves are friendly. This isn't going to be your kind of story, is it? Oh, you're a carpenter with a master degree from Germany. You do mostly office work, though, like project planning. Wait, so you're a carpenter who does project planning. Oh, so you've used your, you're a carpenter, you've got a master degree from Germany, but you're using that degree to do like project planning and stuff like that. So is that just a lot of compliance stuff, or are you in the primary stages of Sorry, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about really, but I am very curious about like other people's professions. But yeah, does that mean that means you're Germany as well? You're German as well? Oh, fantastic. Every now and then I'll try and chuck in a German word. Like, schön. But that's all I got. I used to be a year 7, like a 12-year-old German teacher for a while, but I haven't used German since then. And I did an immersive language course back in 2017 for 2 weeks down in Schwäbisch Hall in Baden-Württemberg. Baden-Württemberg? Is that how you say it? But since then, the German has slipped away. And if you don't use it, you lose it, right? They walk through the forest. The dwarves are friendly and offer them food and drink. Then one of the dwarves turns to them and, "Ha! Look at you lot stumbling about in our woods like lost lambs." The dwarven leader chuckles, slamming his tankard down on a nearby stump. His companions join in the laughter, their rough voices echoing through the ancient pine. They don't seem friendly. They seem a bit like bastards to me. Anyway. Essentially, I prepare the work for the others, doing measurements on job sites, ordering the supplies needed, and overall keep the customers happy. Ah, I see. So you've had to sell some of your soul. Well done. Good old customer service. I've done my time. Customer. I mean, I'm a supply teacher, so some would argue that I am a customer service specialist, except my customers are like, teenagers. And I'm like, please stay in the classroom. Right. Okay. La. His companions join in the laughter, their rough voices echoing through the ancient pines. He leans forward, his thick beard twitching as he grins. "You seek the staff of Zalos, do you? Bold indeed, though I'd wager you don't even know where to start." The rest of the dwarven group settles in around a roaring fire pit, their stout bodies squatting with easy comfort. They pass around a clay jug, the pungent aroma of strong ale hanging in the air. Okay, I mean, I don't have a name. How do I name myself? Do I just kind of say what my name is? I mean, I don't really... Oh, did you say... Yeah, customers. Yeah, cool. Okay, so... I'm looking for the staff of Zalos, right? Okay, cool. And immediately sit with the dwarves and immediately start probing their usefulness. to my quest. I mean, I don't know what that'll do. It seems a bit general, but I just want to see what the vibe is around the campfire. You settle beside the fire pit, the heat from the flames prickling at your face. The dwarves pass the jug to you, thick-fingered hands nearly crushing the clay in their grip. You take a swig, bitter, potent stuff that burns all the way down, as is the way with dwarven brew. The leader, a broad-shouldered brute with iron-grey hair plaited into his beard, watches you with sharp, amused eyes. Okay, so he's sharp and witty, I don't know, dry. Looking to us for help, eh? He rumbles, wiping foam from his mouth with the back of a hand the size of a ham. His companions chuckle, exchanging knowing glances. Are they going to take advantage of me or something? What? Hey, Sephic's in the room. Sephic, look at the chat, man. We've got a new person today. No one look at the new guy. No one look at the new guy. Don't make him feel awkward. But Mirix is here. Mirix has joined in because Sephic, I went to the I did a thing. I went to the AI Dungeon Discord and I asked if anyone would want to come and play. Hey, has anyone actually replied to this? No way, you've got students playing in AI Dungeon in class. What are you typing on your computer, Johnny? I'm just taking notes. Whoever this is, Nightfall, is exactly right though. Yeah. They were using it to try and write their English assignment. It's true. That's the first time I heard of it. Yeah. I'm a supply teacher. So maybe they thought they'd get away with it. That's pretty funny. Is AI Dungeon not usually, like, is that not something that people would do, is it? Anyway. Right. Okay, what were we doing? Sephic, today we're trying a multiplayer. So, what I've done... Oh, how do I... Ah! There it is. Okay, cool. Hello. Hello, Sephic. Alright, so Sephic, there's a code, man. You haven't heard of it before. Haven't heard of what? AI Dungeon? But you've been playing it with me the last couple of days, right? If you would like to join in, Sephic, would love to. Oh, you hadn't heard of it before? Yeah, like I don't know how I hadn't heard of it before, because when generative AI, when ChatGPT basically came out, when was that? Like 2022, 2023? Like when it started like exploding. I was not on the wave of that trend, but I was about 6 months behind. And when I found out about it, I was like, I rabbit holed ChatGPT, early ChatGPT, because I was like, I was really interested in it from a teacher's point of view, because I was like, how is teaching going to survive this? Because I know what students' first instinct would be with it. Which is obviously, you know, like I'm going to cheat like crazy. Like, why do I have to work anymore? And students had just come back from COVID lockdowns and they were all still getting used to being back in a school and being in a routine and having to put their phones away while they were in class. And they still haven't readjusted, in my not so humble opinion. Like, I'm guaranteed, like, they have not readjusted to school pre-COVID. Like, you can't cross that road, cross that river again. So, yeah, like I couldn't believe the bad timing, or some would say the good timing, but I couldn't believe at the time. I was like, we're still trying to get kids back into classrooms and back into some kind of normalcy, and then this came along and I was like, so what I did was I did this whole series of tests where I'd ask it to write me all these. I tried prompts like for student assignments that really did exist. And I was always amazed at, wait, we've got someone in the chat, in the game. Is that you, Sephic? Are you who's Essena? Oh, I don't want to kick them. No, don't kick them. Is that you, Sephic? Or is that someone else? All right. Yeah, you are. Oh, sweet, man. All right, cool. Dude, I don't know what we do here. Actually, Mirix, can you tell us? Like, Mirix, I don't even know if Mirix is still here. Hang on. How many people we got in the chat? 3. Oh my god, we got a lurker. So, right. Do you just go now? Like, do you just go? Do we have to take turns? And also, Sefik, can you tell me what you see on your screen? Can you just scroll? Like, are you able to scroll up and down like I can? Basically, we're after this magical staff of Xalos. We can seek that or not. You don't have to, but basically, you get the choice between you can do stuff, say stuff, or you can narrate the story for a while. You can see a terrible photo of, like, picture of what you see around you. But yeah, I think basically this is us. You can see the story. Oh, sweet. So you can catch up on what's going on. And yeah, 4 paragraphs. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. Yep, cool. I don't know if this is turn-based or not. I don't know how, like, I literally... Do you want to just try typing something in and see what happens? Come on, I want to see a Sefik original. You've been watching me make a fool of myself for, like, how long? Like, the last 4 days? Oh, the last 3 streams where I'm just, like... I'm still editing the last one down to a video. It's actually pretty funny, but I feel bad for laughing at my own content because I'm like, that's probably not funny to anyone else. Okay, no, let's just do it. Let's do a do. Or a say, actually. Oh, so it shows when I'm doing it, and so therefore I can see that you haven't done it yet. Okay, dude, just join in, man. Just go for it. Go nuts. Okay. Let's get down to it. Yeah, I'm not looking for people just to hang around and for them to just laugh at me. Like, it keeps saying that they're friendly. I don't think they're that friendly. I'm just saying. The leader snorts, his companions erupt. Stop laughing at me, you bastards. Bold words from one who knows nothing of what he speaks, he chuckles, shaking his head. Okay, he's schooling me. Okay, teacher, you wield that temper like a club. Dwarves don't take orders from any man. Oh yeah, fair play. Dwarves tend not to be. Yeah, they're pretty stoic, aren't they? Let alone ones who walk into our woods with only half a plan. Hey, they don't know if I don't have a plan. I mean, they're right, but... He leans forward, resting his arms on his knees. His face is lined and worn, a map of lifetime spent underground. Now, if you're serious about earning our help, you'll have to prove yourself. He gestures lazily at the thick woods surrounding the camp. There's a troll den half a league from here. Oh, for fuck's sake, is he sending me on a noob quest? Mirix. Oh yeah, just occasionally occupied with phone. Dude, Mirix, yeah, you're fine, man. You're fine. You're good. Thank you so much for letting me know you're still there. Okay, so... I don't know how to make this more, like... I don't want to do this stupid quest, but okay. Can we just skip forward? Oh no, I don't want to skip forward. Hang on. Say... I respect your right to test me, but have no trust for strangers. To test me, although have no trust of strangers, just as you don't. Okay. Send your best with me for this quest. Hello, third person. Who we got? Someone. The leader strokes his beard, a slow grin spreading across his face. His eyes flick to one of his companions, a shorter but stocky dwarf with a scar running from temple to jaw, deep enough that it tugs at his eyelid when he smiles. The dwarf winks, rising smoothly from his seat. Aye, that I am, stranger, his words roughened by time and drink. Crom of Stonehelm. Crom adjusts his belt where a thick-bladed axe hangs clearly well worn. Okay, that's promising. The leader pats his knee approvingly. I don't know. Crom's got the steel and the stomach for it. Good test of your worth. Okay, and someone here is typing. Who? I don't know who that is, but welcome. Welcome. Does it say who I've got? Phil. Welcome, Phil. Phil's gonna liven this up for us. Phil steps forward from the group saying, I'll join you as well, good sir. Yeah, get in, Phil. Nice. Crom eyes the human warily, then turns to the leader. I'll allow it. We dwarves aren't so proud we can't see the value in extra blades. He hefts his axe meaningfully, but mark this. You try anything clever and I'll split you like firewood before you can blink. The group begins walking, Crom in the lead and Phil close behind. The woods grow darker, more sinister. Crom suddenly freezes, holding up a fist. He points silently to a pile of old leaves. There, half buried, is a troll's footprint, wider than a dwarf's handspan. All right, Phil, what do you want to do, man? I don't know what you want to do, but Phil, what are you called, man? What do you want me to call you? Oh, yeah, you just call Phil. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, it's me. Oh, I was like, oh, someone's writing. I'm like, no, it's me. Okay, cool. Looks like a trap. You think it's a trap? A trap? AI Dungeon News. Dude, with an account name like that, you've got to be an official person. Sweet. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, man or woman or otherwise. All right, okay. If it looks like a trap, how do I set the trap? I don't want to get Crom... I don't want to make him turn on me yet, and I feel like if I try and let him set the trap, he'll be too smart for that, right? I don't want to do it to Phil because I want Phil to stay, because I want Phil to be in my group. I don't want you to die, Phil. So what do we want to do here? Let's see. We want to set the trap somehow. If it's a trap, you think that they're trying to lure us in. Okay. Okay, so looking ahead to where the track... Oh, the what is it, a footprint? What is it again? Footprint. Leads your party. Now split up. You and Phil in one direction and Crom in another. Pincer movement. To avoid directly following the intended path. I don't know. AI Dungeon News. Hey, by the way, guys, there's a question of the day. If you're in the chat, feel free to answer it. It's a stupid question. I don't ask smart questions. All right. Okay, Crom scowls as you and Phil break away, but he nods approvingly at the pincer movement. The dwarf moves with surprising stealth for his bulk, creeping to the right along the faintest of game trails. You and Phil take the left, your boots crunching softly on the dead leaves. The forest around you thickens with an eerie quiet. No birdsong, no rustling small creatures, only the distant creak of bending branches. Too quiet, maybe? Phil gestures ahead, his hand tight around his sword hilt. A cave mouth yawns between the trees, partially hidden behind a screen of brambles. Go, Phil. Yeah, go, go, go. You got this. The entrance is large enough for a troll to come and go easily. Okay, sweet. Pardon, I'm just having a drink. Okay. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Phil's going for it. Okay. So, as well as that... Okay. What has Phil said? What has Phil said? Phil, what have you said? Okay. Oh yeah, Phil's onto it. Oh, dude, Phil, are you magical? Sweet. Okay. Phil attempts to cast a spell and to send an orb of light into the... Oh! Like, yep. Phil mumbles a quick incantation, his face twisted in concentration. A small, pulsing orb of light coalesces in his palm, casting a pale glow across the cave entrance. The sphere floats forward slowly, revealing a rough-hewn tunnel that slopes downward into darkness. As the light moves deeper, the orb bounces off something large and pale like a skull. The thing moves slightly. "Get down," Crom shouts from the other side, but it's too late. A massive, hairy arm emerges from the darkness, batting the orb aside. The thing in the cave roars in anger, the sound echoing off the stone wall. Well, no wonder, because, like, he's probably just having his dinner. He's probably just eating some vegetables. He's probably, like, a vegan troll. Okay, I'll stop now. Okay, what are we going to do here? How do we organize? No, I know. I won't do that. Okay, right. Right. Release. I think I'm going to be a ranged attacker. Can I be, like, rogue-like? Everyone wants to be a rogue, right? In the general direction of the troll, release an arrow. In the darkness. While urging Phil to dart across and rejoin. What's his name? Crom. I don't know. Is this a wise idea, or have I just fucked it? Because, like, am I gonna get you killed, Phil? I don't want you to get killed. Your arrow whistles through the darkness, and for a brief moment you hear a pained grunt. Then the cave erupts with motion as the troll lurches forward. The creature is enormous, 8 feet tall at least, with thick slabs of muscle rippling beneath matted green skin. The arrow is lodged in its shoulder, but if it even noticed, it doesn't show it. A tusked maw opens wide, revealing jagged teeth as it bellows again, spraying the cave entrance with thick saliva. Phil bolts for Crom's position, but the troll moves faster. A massive hand lunges from the cave mouth, grabbing it. Oh, fuck. Sorry, Phil. Shit, my bad, mate. Alright, okay. And Mirix in the chat says, the troll seems to dislike light a lot. Might be able to use that for your advantage. Okay, so we could lure him out, right? Could we lure him out? Will it turn to stone? Phil's going for it. Go for it, Phil. Yep. Go for it, Phil. Phil's gonna have a go. I wonder, yeah, so if it's a classic troll, then it's in there because it's daylight. I mean, I don't know if it is daylight, though. So, does that mean we have to use light to kind of... We could direct it with the light. Yeah, okay. If we start shining light onto ourselves, then it won't be able to physically reach us, but it will definitely, unless it really wants to hurt itself or, like, be in pain. But then at the same time, it could just start hurling shit at us. I guess we'll find out. Phil, have you typed something? Yes, okay. Phil screams in terror and attempts to cast a spell to amplify the volume of their scream. Oh, nice. Sure. Phil's scream swells to an ear-splitting wail as he panics. This is an original attack. The spell amplifying his terror. Oh, Jesus. The sound shakes the trees, sending birds bursting from the canopy. Crom winces but stands firm, raising his axe. The troll staggers back momentarily, its thick fingers spasming as the noise floods the cave. Nice! Nice! The creature snarls, shaking its head like a wet dog before lunging forward with renewed vigor. One massive hand slams down, pinning Phil's leg against the earth. His scream cuts off with a choked gasp as bone shatters. The troll yanks him into the darkness before he can react. You hear Phil's pained cry echo from the... Dude. Oh, fuck. How do I get light in there? Quickly create a small... fire with flint and whatever it is with your flint. With flint. Oh my god, I can't write. Quickly create a small fire with flint. Begin loosing flaming arrows into the cave as Crom rushes in. In order to bathe the trolls home in light. I don't know. Let's see if you're right about the dislike of light. Let's see. So I'm acting as cover while Crom rushes in, okay? The cave entrance erupts with fire as your arrows streak into the darkness. Crom charges in after them, his axe already swinging. The troll bellows in rage and pain as flames catch in its matted fur. The air fills with a stench of burning hair and troll flesh. Through the smoke, you see Phil lying motionless against... Yes, I didn't want to run in and just get grabbed again, because he can obviously see in the darkness better than I can, right? You see Phil lying motionless against a wall, his leg bent at an unnatural angle. The troll's other hand dangles empty, the limb ending in a cauterized stump, where one of your arrows found its mark. Wait, why would my arrow be, like, cutting its hand off, though? What the fuck? The creature whirls, batting at the flames with its remaining hand. In the chaos, you spot a crude wooden door partially hidden behind a pile of bones. Over there! Okay, cool. Okay. Phil, what do you want to do? Go, Phil. Alright, let's see. You draw your dirk. I've decided I have a dirk. Is that right? Let me just see if I know what I'm talking about here. Is a dirk like a short, like not a dagger, but not a sword? A long-bladed thrusting dagger. Yeah, that's what I have. Sure, why not? If anyone ever read the Redwall series, I think there was a dirk in one of those, and I loved it. You draw your dirk and swiftly skirt around the edge of the bone-strewn cave mouth. I don't know. While Crom attacks head on. Okay. You want to get behind it and go for its soft bits. Let's see what it thinks soft bits mean. It could be anything. Okay. Okay. The creature whirls, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the troll reels backward from Crom's savage attack, its massive hands shielding its head. The flames haven't fully taken hold, but its fur smolders in patches, releasing an awful stench. You sprint fast, feet crunching on the rocky floor as you aim for its exposed back. It hears you at the last second and pivots, a backhand catching you mid-stride. The impact sends you crashing against the cave wall with bone-rattling force. Pain explodes through your ribs, and for a moment the world swims. You taste blood. Oh, fuck. Okay, so it didn't work. Through blurred vision, you see Crom waiting in, his axe rising and falling with savage effect. He's just like he's a machine, isn't he? Seems like he got Wayfarer active right now. I don't know what that means, but sure. What is Wayfarer active mean? Is that like some trope that I don't know about? I used to play World of Warcraft, but that's all I got. Like, I used to solo it to about level 30 and then start again, because I was like always too wussy. I never really joined a guild. I just wanted to solo it. Okay. What do I do? I mean, we're basically getting our asses kicked here. What the hell am I supposed to do? spread fire in front of you. Through the pane. And try to kick it in the troll's direction. This guy's pathetic. I mean, I am pathetic. I mean, I'm sucking. This is crazy. We're gonna get our asses handed to us. You force it. Like, I'm not, like I said, fantasy, turns out I'm not actually into fantasy as much as I thought. Like, you force yourself upright, every breath a stab of pain. You scrabble in your pouch for the last of your firepower, spilling a handful onto the stone floor. With the last of your, but I'm keen to get better, by the way. With the last of your strength, you slam your boot into the pile. Fire explodes outward, rolling like a wave of liquid flame. The troll roars in agony as the fresh blaze engulfs its legs. Yeah, Crom. By the way, guys, I'm pretty keen to take hints. If you've got hints or things to contribute, go for it. Sefik, chime in any time. You can appear out of nowhere if you want. Crom seizes the opportunity, charging through the smoke with a battle cry. His axe shears through the troll's already burned side, cleaving deep into muscle. Blackish blood sprays the cave walls as the creature staggers, its massive hands pouring at the flames, consuming its lower half. Okay, right. Phil, where are you, man? I'm just going to encourage you. Phil is recovered from his spell, slightly limping, and returns to the fray to aid with his magic. Okay, you crawl forward and attempt to attack from underneath with the dirk. But I don't want to get killed. I don't want it to just sit on me. I wasn't looking at my... I don't look at my spelling or anything like that. Oh, Phil's going as well. Good on you, Phil. Crom seizes the up... Phil, I'm sorry if I'm bucked it up here. Okay, right. Phil attempts to conceal the pain with a dramatic entrance. Nice. Nice. You force yourself upright, every breath a stab of pain. You scrabble in your pouch for the last of your firepower, spilling a handful onto the stone floor. With the last of your strength, you slam your boot into the pile. Fire explodes outward, rolling like a wave of liquid flame. The troll roars in agony as the fresh blaze engulfs its legs. Crom seizes the opportunity, charging through the smoke with a battle cry. His axe shears through the troll's already burned side, cleaving deep into muscle. Blackish blood sprays into the cave walls. Oh wait, damn it. I've already read that bit, damn it. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Phil grimaces his leg, mending with sickening pops and snaps. He pushes himself upright, leaning heavily against the wall. Well, that looked rather unfortunate for the creature, he says, forcing an unsteady smile. Blood trickles from the corner of his mouth, where he must have bitten his tongue. His leg twitches as healing magic struggles to knit shattered bone back together. Crom doesn't acknowledge Phil's word, too focused on the troll's death throes. The creature has backed itself into a corner now, flames licking at its belly. It swipes weakly at Crom, who ducks beneath the blow and drives his axe up through the troll's chin. Wait, so none of what I did actually did anything in the end. Okay. I was support. I was on support, guys. I was on support. Okay, right. Okay. Phil, I'm sorry, man. This is terrible. This is terrible. Oh man, I can't believe I just did this. Crom literally just saved my life. Why did I do this? Why did you guys stop? Why didn't you stop me? Your dirk finds Crom's throat with practiced ease. The blade slices deep, arterial blood spraying across your arm in a hot flood. He gurgles once, his hands flying to his neck, and then he drops to his knees. The axe slips from his fingers, clattering against the stone floor. So basically, I've just slit his throat because I don't want the dwarves to know how weak I was. I want them to think that I'm OP enough to, like, for them to follow me or help me. But, oh, dude, I so regret what I just did. Why did I do that? Oh, Phil, what have I done? Will Phil turn on me now? Oh, Phil, I'd turn on me. Oh, I'm a bastard. Crom just wanted to help. Oh, there is blood on my hands now that I cannot get rid of. And then he drops to his knees. The axe slips from his fingers, clattering against the stone floor. You twist the knife. Why do I twist the knife? Ensuring the cut is clean and... Okay, that's why. And Crom slumps with it. His lifeless body crashes against the troll's already scorched flesh. Phil whirls around, face ashen. You, he stammers, staggering backward. His hands shake violently as he raises them, the last of his magic flickering weakly at his fingertips. Phil, I want to see what you do, man. I want to see what you do. If you're going to do the right thing, you'll kill me. I literally just killed our ally, right? I'm sorry, Phil, you say softly. The firelight catches the blood on your arm as you take a step toward him. His eyes dart to the corpse of Crom, then back to you, horror and disbelief evident in them. You can see the exact moment he realizes what's coming. Oh wait, no, Dude, I'm not gonna kill Phil. I don't want to kill Phil. Phil stumbles, nearly falling, and manages to speak again. We could have helped you. His voice cracks, raw with betrayal and growing fear. Wait, is Phil a dwarf? Wait, fuck, Phil, are you one of the dwarves? Or, you advanced steadily. Yes, you could have, but I don't need help. I need no witnesses. The cave is thick with smoke and the metallic tang of blood. The troll twitches weakly beneath you, but you ignore it. No, I'm not going to kill you, Phil. I'm not going to kill you. Oh, hey, AMS. Hey, man, welcome to the chat. So much for not dark fantasy. Yeah, tell me about it, right? AMS, you'll come back. Okay, see you soon, mate. See you soon. Yeah, you could have, but I don't need help. I need no witnesses. Okay. I have no magic. I can't blank his mind. I can't wipe his mind. I can't hurt him into submission. I can't make him forget. Could I convince him that I'm... Okay, look, if I'm going to be a tyrant, I might as well be a proper tyrant, right? So, shit. Okay, I'm going to try and convince him that he needs to be scared of me and that I can get him at any time. Like, how powerful is your magic, Phil? Could I try and convince you to... Okay, right. Convince Phil that he is better off to you alive. And that if he betray... Oh god, I'm becoming the worst thing! Yeah, dark fantasy, exactly, Mirix. That if he betrays you and your actions, he will be the next to go. Oh god, I'm sorry, Phil. Oh. Phil, I'm so sorry, man. Phil's breath comes in ragged gasps as you advance, his back pressed against the wall. The firelight flickers over his sweating face, catching the sheen of terror in his eyes. You wouldn't, he chokes out. Though the way his body tenses, he betrays his true thoughts. His hands hover near his dagger, but he doesn't draw it. Okay, cool. Okay, return to... I'm just gonna say, get your story straight. Oh yeah, Phil's gonna type. Okay, cool. Phil, do it. Take me out. Phil, I deserve to be taken out. Phil, I deserve to be taken out. If you wanna try and kill me, I'm not gonna stop you, mate. Okay? Just do it. No, okay, I've gotta get... The very few times I've played D&D before, I've always been, like, chaotic good. Like a bit cheeky, you know, like a little bit sassy. A little bit naughty, but I've never done something like this before. I feel this is terrible. I feel like an absolute asshole. Because I am. Okay, let's see what happens. Phil, I'm watching these three little dots. I've never watched anything so intently. Phil, I'm sorry. Phil, what are you gonna say it? Okay, right. he's writing. He's writing. Actually, have I got this, where's my, I have a little thing here that I could use. Hang on, where is it? Got a little tablet here. Okay, while you're doing that, Phil attempts to cast a last-second spell to make him an escape. Phil's lips move in a desperate incantation, his face twisted in concentration as he draws on what little magic remains after healing himself. Right, I'm just... his fingers spark weakly with golden light, just enough to cast a basic teleportation spell. The air around him distorts, rippling like heat above hot stone. But you move faster. Oh no! But you move faster, your hand shoots out, grabbing his wrist as the spell begins to take effect. The magic flares against your skin like a sudden burn, and for a moment the two of you flicker between states of being. Phil's body jerks spasmodically as the teleportation spell misfires, warping him at the edges. He lets out a strangled cry of pain. What the hell is happening? We were friends like 10 minutes ago, and I've ruined it all with my treachery. Ugh. Okay, your hand shoots out, grabbing his wrist as the spell takes... Okay, right. I don't know what to do here. Okay, I'm gonna try and get us out of here. Because I don't want him going back to he's not gonna be on my side, is he? Unless I force him to be, right? The teleportation portal springs from Phil's grasp. Teleportation? Teleportation. I swear I'm a teacher. Okay. And now hovers in front of you both. You grip his hand, his wrist. Well, let's do it properly. With one hand, and dig your fingernails into his leg wound with the other. Into the other. To distract him as you force your unwilling counterpart into portal. I know that is terrible writing. I get that that's terrible writing. Oh yeah, this is definitely Wayfarer. What the hell's Wayfarer? Is Wayfarer like a really dark AI? Because it seems to be trying to... It's really trying to hate on us. Like, it's really... It's making me feel like doing bad things, if you know what I mean. The world tears apart around you as the malfunctioning teleportation spell wrenches you through space and time. Colors bleed and blur together, creating a kaleidoscope of pain and disorientation. Phil screams in terror and agony as his body is stretched and compressed, pulled in multiple directions at once. The portal spits you both out onto a rocky ledge, overlooking a vast, dark forest far from where you started. And it says space and time. Who knows when we are as well? Jesus. You stumble, your legs buckling as vertigo assaults you. Phil collapses to his knees, retching violently. His skin has a greenish tinge, and fresh blood seeps from reopened wounds on his legs and arm where you dug in. What have you done? Okay, right. Jesus. Okay, just let's check the Discord for a second here. Where is it? Introductions. Okay, cool. Am I way up here? Where? I don't even know where I was. Where was me? Maybe I got kicked. I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright. You stumble. Okay, Phil, what are you gonna do now, man? I'm literally, I don't even know if Phil's in the chat, so, you wait for Phil's next move. I'm literally gonna say, you wait for Phil's next move. I want him to do one. Okay, you say, Mirik says in the chat, since you didn't change any settings, you are on Dynamic Small. This model switches between 4 models, Wayfarer, Madness, Muse, and Mistral Small. Wayfarer is notorious for being an extremely dark and brutal AI model, which will very often try to kill your character. Yeah, dude, it is trying to kill my... Yeah. It is trying to kill us. You wait for Phil's next move. Phil scrambles backward on his knees, leaving a trail of blood on the rocky ledge. His breath comes in ragged gasps, his usually eloquent voice reduced to strangled words. You could have let me go, he wheezes, holding his stomach as if to keep it from splitting apart. I wouldn't have told anyone. Well, dude, why didn't you say that to start with? It's a bit bloody late to say that now, isn't it? Isn't it, Phil? Phil, chime in. Feel free to chime in. Where are you, Phil? That's really interesting about the AI models. Thank you, Mirik. If you weren't here, I would have no idea why it was like this, because all of my other stories, they're like, they've all kind of tried to keep it very light. You know, like, I'll hit someone and then they'll go, oh, why'd you hit me? And you're like, oh, sorry. Phil flinches at your shout, his back hitting the jagged edge of the cliff face. He's visibly shaking now, the adrenaline wearing off to reveal the full extent of his trauma. Jeez, what have I stumbled into? This game is not what I thought. His fingers dig into the stone as he tries to brace himself, but his strength is failing fast. I know that, he chokes out, each word hoarse and strained. His eyes dart to the steep drop behind him, then back to you. Blood drips steadily from his reopened wounds. You can see the exact moment he realizes he's trapped. No allies, no escape. Phil's lips press into a thin line, his breathing erratic. You're a monster, he whispers, but there's no heat behind. You're a monster, he whispers, but there's no heat behind it. Okay, cool. Phil, what's next? And Mirik, what are you saying? Dynamic will always try to select the correct model for the situation. And it seems like it thought, hey, let's give this guy a challenge. I'm not an experienced AI storyteller, but okay. Look, I'm gonna... Phil, how do I... Mirik, is there a way for me to tell Phil to have a turn? Like, how do I... Phil, why don't you have a turn? Phil finds... I'm going to try and give him some credit, though. Phil finds a clue which lets him know that you have transported yourself hundreds of years into the past. The staff of... What's it called again? The staff of... What are we looking for? What's the staff called again? Oh god, I can't see. The staff. I'll just say this. It's like Zalos or something, isn't it? Is it Zalos? Oh, I can't remember. The staff of Zalos. Capital S, I take it. Has possibly only just been created, and its owner unsuspecting of any thieves. All right, so this means you can say something and then delete the input and output afterwards. Oh, cool. Okay, so I can change it to my liking. Yeah, I knew I could edit it, but like I still hadn't got the hang of that. Thank you for reminding me. Phil's face lights up with surprise as he spots an ancient stone tablet partially buried in the ground. His shaking hands carefully uncover it, revealing an ornate script. I love it how he's just like, "You're a monster," and then he's like, "Oh, hey, cool, dude, check this out. This is pretty cool." I guess he's just an absolute optimist. Phil, I love having you along. I'm sorry that I nearly killed you, and I killed your kinsman. Wait, are you a dwarf? We haven't figured this out yet. Revealing an ornate script in a language that should be unreadable to anyone in his time, but somehow, in this time-displaced state, he can understand it perfectly. Oh yeah, that old chestnut. Like, oh, I'm delirious, now I understand everything. The tablet speaks of a powerful staff, recently created by a wizard named Zarlos, currently stored in a tower far to the east. I mean, dude, if it's an... this is stupid. An ancient stone tablet partially buried in the ground. If it's an ancient stone tablet, look, no, we're gonna change this. A recently chiseled. Recently chiseled, because if it's not recently chiseled, then it can't be too recent, can it? Stone tablet partially buried in the ground. He's shaking hand. We're centuries in the past. Oh wait, this is impossible. Phil breathes, his earlier terror momentarily forgotten in the face of this impossible discovery. We're centuries in the past. He raises his eyes to meet yours, now with a spark of something new. Desperate hope. We could change everything. Reshape history. I'm gonna try... Your turn, Phil. I'm just going to say this, and then hopefully, and then I'll take the text away, right? I'll take it away. I'll take it away. Yep, okay, I'm taking everything away. Okay, now it's his turn. Oh, you can use the erase button. Thank you. Oh, erase. Mirix, man, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness you're here. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Where's my drawer doc? There it is. Okay. I can do this. Ooh. Okay, right. That's my kids. My students keep telling me that means they're drawing Squidward. An upside down Squidward. Is that right? All right. Oh. Are you gonna do it, Phil? What, Phil, come on, man. We could change everything. Reshape history. You got this, Phil. Phil's the man. See this guy? This guy right here. We're changing history together. Come on, Phil, you got this. This guy. Right here. Okay. All right, well, actual business to do. Okay, Phil's words... Oh, wait, hang on. Phil says, no one will even know what you did. This is our chance to have a fresh start. What do you say? Phil's words drip with calculated charm, his earlier fear only partially masked beneath the veneer of opportunity. His eyes glint with something desperate and dangerous. Think of it, he continues, pushing himself unsteadily to his feet. No dwarven patrols hunting us. No guilds looking for revenge. Just the two of us and whatever power we can seize. He gestures at the tablet still half buried in the dirt. That staff isn't just some trinket. The texts here describe it as a conduit for time magic, unstable, but immensely powerful. His breathing has steadied, though his hands still tremble slightly. With that kind of power... Okay. We have an accord. Then. I sense no deception in your words. Even though I was trying to kill you 10 minutes ago and would expect no less than revenge. What do we have to do? Hey AMS, hey mate, I'll give you the link, okay? You can join in the story. So I'll send you the link. Alright. And here it is. There you go, mate. So you have to go to AI Dungeon. Okay, you have to go to AI Dungeon. You'll probably have to create a profile. You'll have to create a profile up the top here, sign in, etc. Okay, you say we have an accord then, Phil the Forgiving. I sense no deception in your words, even though I was trying to kill you 10 minutes ago and would expect no less than revenge. What do we have to do? Phil's mouth twitches in what might almost be a genuine smile, though his eyes remain hard. I have no intention of seeking revenge, he says carefully, each word measured. You have certain talents, and I have knowledge and connections. He wipes at the blood on his hands with his sleeve, leaving smears of red across the fabric. Do you think he can sense the sarcasm? Is that why he was laughing at me? The wizard's tower is 2 days east of here, but getting inside won't be simple. The place is warded against intruders, and Zalos himself is quite formidable. Phil leans against the cliff face, favoring his injured leg. We'll need to be careful. We can't just walk in with our daggers out. We need a plan. And, go on, Phil. AMS, what are you doing, man? Are you having a stroke? The chat's popping off with random letters. Okay, I'm gonna have to, hang on. I've turned into an evil, evil wizard. Oh, an evil person. I'm gonna say that I have a monobrow. Hey, ayo, who's here? Okay, Phil says. Geez, Phil, with a dramatic flourish. Phil sets down a map and begins explaining an overly complex plan as though he has been thinking about this exact situation his entire life. Phil is fucking intelligent. I love Phil. I'm so glad I didn't kill you, Phil. Phil unfurls the map. Oh, Sefik, dude, you're gonna have to go back. No, okay, I'll give you the basic layout. So, I turned into a bit of an asshole, right? And I decided that I would, as Crom, the dwarf, killed, I don't know when you left, but Crom killed the troll. The troll was completely owning me and Phil due to my incompetence. So, to cover up my incompetence, I killed Crom from behind with a slit throat, with my dirk, as he was, killing the troll once and for all. I killed him so that he wouldn't tell the dwarf folk of his band that he that I was terrible. I wanted their help, right? And then I turned around to Phil, and Phil was so shocked that that I was like, okay, time to kill Phil. And then Phil tried to create a teleportation portal to get away from me, but it didn't work. And I grabbed him and I dragged us both through this teleportation portal, and now we've gone hundreds of years back into the past and on a cliff top. And we've made it so that the Staff of Zalos, which we were after before, is no longer an ancient artifact. It's now like it's only just been made, and we figured that out from looking at a stone tablet. Phil is now like trying to like butter me up a little bit, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's a phrase you're aware of, but like he's trying to endear himself to me so that I don't kill him. And he's coming up with this plan for us to go and get the Staff of Zalos from Zalos, this wizard, 2 days from where we are. That's where we're up to. Phil unfurls the map with an exaggerated flourish, his fingers brushing it as though it were the most delicate parchment in existence. Now, he begins, leaning over it with an air of scholarly confidence that seems entirely misplaced, given the circumstances. The tower has 3 major wards: detecting movement, detecting magic, and an alarm system linked to magical glyphs at the base. He traces the map with a finger, tapping certain points with theatrical emphasis. The western wall is weakest because of a structural fault from the original construction. We can exploit that. The guard rotation is predictable, 3 patrols of 2 switching every 4 hours. He glances up at you, gauging your reaction. You handle the guards. Phil clears his throat and continues in a hushed tone, as if afraid of being overheard despite the isolation of your location. Once inside, we need to get to the inner sanctum. There's an access hallway through the lower library. He pauses, a hungry gleam appearing in his eyes as he moves his finger to a particular spot on the map. Zalos spends most of his time in the upper chambers studying. This staff itself is kept in a sealed case in his private workshop. His smile turns calculating. We hit the workshop first, disable the alarms, and then he cuts himself off abruptly as he realizes he's talking too much. Fool's coma Phil's tongue. What? Darts across his lips nervously as he rolls up the map with unnecessary care. That's the gist of it, he mutters, clearly annoyed at his own lapse into unnecessary detail. Aha! He's gonna double-cross me, the bastard. He stands taller. I mean, I don't blame him. He stands taller, shoulders squaring as he tries to regain some of his earlier confidence. But we'll need more specifics once we're closer. Timing, positioning, all of that matters. He gestures vaguely eastward. We should move before full dark. The terrain isn't friendly after sundown. His eyes flick to your weapons, then to his own injuries, and we need to bind these wounds properly before continuing. I'm no healer, but I know which herbs can stop the bleeding. A new guy called A&R, tries to help. Phil pulls a small pouch from his pelt. Wait, is that you, AMS? Are you A&R? Nice. Oh God, he's doing it. A new guy called A&R tries to help Phil. Phil pulls a small pouch from his belt, opening it to reveal a variety of dried herbs and roots. This one, he says, holding a particularly nasty-looking blackish-green leaf, stops the worst of the bleeding, though it burns like hell going in. He kneels, stiffly, wincing as he rips a strip from his already bloodied cloak. Wait, so A&R's just appeared. Okay, right. Okay, don't get hung up on it. Hold this, he instructs, pressing the fabric into your hands before producing a small knife. He methodically begins cutting the cloth into bandages, his movement surprisingly precise despite his injuries. When finished, he gestures to his leg wound. I've got a lot of catching up to do here. You do the wrapping. I can't bend down that far right now. It's done good, but everyone suddenly collapses to the ground. Fainted, Phil's eyes flutter shut, and he crumples to the ground in a boneless heap, blood still seeping sluggishly from his reopened wounds. His breathing is shallow but regular. He's not dead, but just unconscious from blood loss and the combined trauma of the teleportation and physical assault. Yeah, I wonder who physically assaulted him. Hey, Tides, man, go to AI Dungeon, create an account, and join in with our game. I think, oh wait, can I invite more people? I'm on a free account. Oh no, I can't do another one. Oh God. Okay, you're just watching along for now. Sorry for not being here so much. This AI dungeon thing is not for me. That's okay, man. What do you do? Basically, we're doing multiplayer, man, and I've basically tried to kill my the people in my party, and you'd be proud of me. I'm being an absolute trash old man, and I'm just like forsaking everyone. What is this game? It's called AI Dungeon. AI Dungeon. It's just called AI Dungeon. It's called multiplayer AI Dungeon. So like we all get to decide what happens next, and we can double cross each other, which I have been doing a lot of. We're trying to get to the staff of Zalos. How are you supposed to prompt this? Can you see this? Can you see down here? Can you see this here? Hang on, I can even. Can you see this stuff here? Can you do this, Sefik? This bit here. Take a turn. Think of AI Dungeon as an interactive book where you can fully decide the story and influence in any way you want. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes, what you just said. Oh, and by the way, Tides, this is, yeah, there's a character for you automatically. Sefik, you're automatically in the game. Your character is called, but you can call your character whatever you want, man. You can just say, you can go to take a turn, and what I would do is I would say, do, or story, and just introduce your character. Like, a new character enters the scene from the village to the east. A poor farmer who has a pitchfork and a will to live. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't look like it's for me, but it seems fun. Yeah, Tides, dude, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to go. You know what? You know the usual deal. This is what we'll be doing tonight, man. I'm freaking loving it. And Mirix has already told me, dude, did you know, Tides, there's like the AI that we're using apparently is like a little bit psychotic and always trying to make it a bit darker. So like the AI is playing into this dark impulse that we've had. So basically, Phil's body, there's a cut on his, the last ray of sunlight turned the blood on his leg a deep, almost black color. Flies have already begun circling. You can hear his pulse slow but steady at the base of his throat. There's a cut on his cheek you hadn't noticed before, probably from the rough landing during the teleport. Something magical happens. He starts to glow pink. Phil's body flickers with a faint pink glow as the time displacement stabilizes, pulsing gently beneath his skin like a heartbeat. The blood on his wounds has stopped flowing, though the gashes still appear raw and fresh. His unconscious form radiates a subtle energy now, different from the chaotic bursts of magic that accompanied his forced teleportation. Do make sure to set your player name in the player overview screen. This helps AI keep track of the players. Oh, okay. Yep, cool. How do I do that? How do I get to where I should put in my name? Is it up here? Oh, I don't know how to do that. Hang on. The pain registers. His other hand instinctively... The pink glow fades. He groans softly, raising a hand to press against his head. His other hand instinctively moves to his leg wound, feeling the rough fabric of the bandages beneath his fingers. The pain registers in his expression, but it's dulled. A distant throb rather than the searing agony before his eyes clear as he looks up to you. At you, pupils shrinking slightly in the moonlight. What happens? What happened? Sorry, he asks hoarsely. His throat sounds dry and parched, voice scratchy from disuse. He moves to push himself up on his elbows, wincing as his back and leg protest. You did the bandages? I didn't do the bandages. Not me. It was not just me. It was ANR as well. Who are you? And what is your, what is your motivation? And, tell me why we shouldn't kill you right now. Oh, where you invite other players? Okay, cool. So... Okay, so I go here, I clicked on the flame, and then I clicked on my name, and I'm going to change my name to, let me get another name. Let me get a name. I've got a random generator here for fantasy names. Here we go. Let's see what I'm just going to do the first one. Uria Frostgale. Done. Okay, I'm Uria Frostgale, and I'm a girl. Actually, I didn't realize I was a girl. Okay. Phil's lips curl into something between a smile and a grimace as he pushes himself upright with a grunt of pain. He squints at you, studying your face in the dim moonlight. A&R? No, that's not who I am. What? No, you're not Phil. I'm Phil the Forgiving. At least that's what I was called when I still had a reputation worth remembering. His fingers trace absent-mindedly over the bandages at his thigh, his face flickering with something complex. My motivation? He chuckles dryly. Survival mostly, and the same thing that got me in trouble to begin with, curiosity. So AMS, dude, you got to introduce yourself. If your name is A&R, go and put your name in here. Instead of AMS Universe, change your name here to A&R or whoever you want to be, yeah? And then say, no, he's talking about me. Let's just continue until... What are we doing here? Sorry, I have a pen in my mouth. Okay, continue. I'm just gonna continue for now. I wanna... someone else have a go. Come on, get into it, guys. His breathing is labored as he adjusts his position. Hey, Mirrox, is there a reason... Like, it seems like the AI is basically trained not to push the plot. Which is fair because, you know, like that's your job, I take it. It provides the setting, and if I press continue, like repeatedly, it seems to just add more and more and more detail to that particular moment in time. It adds depth to it until it like prompts you to make a move. Is that about right? His breathing is labored. What is the best hot drink in the world? Midnight. Midnight's in the house. Midnight. Milk. Yeah, hot milk. Bit of cinnamon on top? Or nutmeg? That's not bad. But what kind of milk? Now that's controversial, I know. I'm not asking you if you're, a vegan, but I'm just saying like plant-based, juices that people call milk, like soy milk and oat milk, they can be pretty tasty sometimes. Anyway, I'm just saying. But yeah, do you like just good old dairy milk? Yep. Yeah, a bit of hot milk. That's nice. Leaning back against the cliff face, the bandages have slowed the bleeding considerably, though the fabric is still stained dark with old blood. The pink glow of time stabilization has faded completely now, leaving his skin with an almost ghostly pallor in the moonlight. I used to be someone in the magic circles, he continues, voice still rough. Oh, had a good life, respect, a home. But I made the mistake of poking into things I shouldn't have. His fingers twist together nervously. The dwarven guilds have long memories. Once they decided I was a threat, there was no coming back. Wait, so you were... Wait. So if I hadn't taken control of the situation in the cave, were you going to do something similar? Seriously, was he going to kill me? Some models will take actions for the player and continue the story by itself. Wayfarer is an exception to this rule. It's been trained not to take any actions for you. However, since you are using dynamic, it might have switched back models. So it kind of flips through according to the situation. That's really interesting. This is all new to me. This is all like, and everything you say is basically fascinating to me. And I'm not trying to like glaze you, or I'm not trying to like impress you, like flatter you. Like, but this is all fucking interesting to me. Anyway, Phil's lips press into a thin line at the question. For a moment, he says nothing, just stares at the ground between his knees. When he finally speaks, there's a note of bitter amusement in his words. Yeah, I was going to try and kill you. Not just control the situation. I was going to put a knife in your ribs and walk away before you even knew I was there. He gestures vaguely to his own body, the bandages now dark with dried blood. But I didn't count on you being faster than I expected, and now... Here we are. His fingers trace a scar along his forearm, absently. Would I have killed you? Yes. Would you have killed me? Abso-fruitly, I would have. Okay, right. Phil lets out a soft, humorless chuckle. See, that's the difference between you and me. He shifts position slightly. wincing as the movement pulls at his wounds. I never would have said it out loud like that. Wouldn't have tipped my hand. His eyes glint in the moonlight as he studies you. You're an interesting one. Uria Frostgale. Phil leans back against the stone with a tired sigh. But I guess we're past all that now. You saved my life, even if it wasn't intentional, and I... He trails off, considering I owe you. Not just for the bandages, but for not leaving me to bleed out. Okay. Now's a good time for people to jump in. Let's jump in. I'm just going to make this as explicit. Do I watch anime? Me Midnight? Yeah, I've watched a lot of anime in the past. As a teenager, I didn't start watching it until I just left school. Like the week after I left school, I was introduced to... what did I get shown first? It was either Evangelion or Full Metal Alchemist. Not Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but the original Full Metal Alchemist. A friend of mine... It's a long story, but a friend of mine introduced me to it because we both were the only two people in our town that hadn't gone to this after-school week-long celebration. And so we stayed back, and he introduced me to anime that week because I was just like, what am I supposed to do now? And so he showed me Full Metal Alchemist. I think he said Full Metal Alchemist first because he was like, you can't handle Evangelion, like it's too depressing. He was right. It's pretty depressing. It's pretty good though. And then since then I've watched, I don't know, as many as most other people at that time who were really into it. And then I stopped watching it after university. Life just got busy. Last year, I worked for an anime recap channel, where you like retell the plot of anime. And I watched about 30 of those anime pretty thoroughly. And I wrote the script for about 3 of the recaps for not very much money. And I watched those anime as well. I watched Demon Slayer for the script writing. I watched... like the first 3 seasons, and I watched, what's it called again? Frieren. You know, Frieren, the elf that lives for 1,000 years. So I watched that as well, and another one I can't remember. But yeah, for that channel, I did about 120 scripts, like voiceovers in about a 7-month period, so it all kind of melts into one. They're all kind of the same after a while, but I don't watch much anymore. Do you watch it? Do you watch anime? A heavy silence hangs in the air as the other players emerge from the shadows. They cluster near the cliff edge, weapons in hand, their faces half hidden in the gloom. Phil's eyes flick to them warily before returning to you. Yeah, dude, are you gonna... Guys, introduce yourself! Midnight, what's your favorite anime right now? Because, like, that's a hard question. I know there's, like, 100 that you probably like, but what's your favorite anime that you're into right now? And are you into manhwa as well, and the Chinese cartoon stuff, the Tiny Toons or the webtoons or whatever they're called, or are you just into anime? Anime, sorry. Who are they? He asks in a low voice. His hand doesn't stray far from the small dagger still tucked into his belt. You recognize the new arrivals immediately. Wait a minute. There's no one here called Ash. There's Neil. There's the wireframe of... Okay. Neil. No, I'm gonna make this, and then the massive shoulders of Neil. Here we go. Here you are, Shahik. And Mina. Oh, we don't have another one. And I'm gonna take her out of the Okay, there we go. Okay, so who are they? You recognize the new arrivals immediately. There's the wiry frame of AMS Universe, the ex-thief, now converted to a rogue paladin, and the massive shoulders of Neil, the barbarian warrior who moves with surprising grace for his size. What? Remove what? Sefik, you saying you don't want to? Are you not going to be? You don't want to be part of it? You don't want to be part of the chat? The what do I call of the dungeon? Up to you, man. It's all good. I can take you out. That's fine. Let's see if it does the job anyway, and it can just play you if you don't want to do it. They introduce themselves to Phil and explain that they were tracking you. You note that Phil's face has become more guarded and his fingers now rest firmly on the hilt of his dagger. Phil has a definite dark streak to him, doesn't he? And his fingers now rest. The moonlight catches the metal, casting a pale reflection that briefly masks his expression. I don't suppose you'd believe that we're here to help? AMS says, taking a careful step forward. Phil's eyes narrow slightly as he watches the new arrivals, his body tensing. I've learned not to trust coincidences. He shifts, wincing as the movement pulls at his wounds, especially when armed strangers show up immediately after I nearly bleed out. His gaze flicks between you and the others, weighing his options. Yeah, dude, like, Phil, so untrustworthy. Why don't you trust anyone? Oh, wait, yeah, because I literally just, tried to murder him. Yes, that is true. Okay, I'm just gonna say here, you make an uneasy, okay, truce with the newcomers and give them scant details of your quest. They are still an anomaly, though. Who are they? And why did they show up right now? With the offer to help in your quest. Only time would tell. But you will keep a close eye on them and your dirk and bow close to hand. You travel together for the next 2 days in uneasy company with them. Arriving at the destination, I don't know. You make camp for the night in a small copse of burned trees. The land is scorched, almost bare, all around, aside from this insufficient cover. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, Phil watches the strangers with careful. So we're here. We're at the place we need to be. Phil watches the strangers with the careful scrutiny of someone who spent too much time looking over his shoulder. His fingers occasionally brush against the hilt of his dagger as they speak, but he doesn't draw the weapon yet. The firelight catches the wary lines around his eyes as he listens to you explain the situation in vague terms. I see. he says finally, though the way he speaks suggests that he suspects there's more to the story. He winces slightly as he leans back against a scorched tree trunk, adjusting his bandaged leg. And these three just happen to be traveling the same direction as you, on foot, carrying enough supplies to last 2 weeks right after you found me. Okay, so we've dropped into a new chapter. That's fine. Let's just pretend we dropped into a new chapter. Okay. Right. Ask Phil to take out the map and reveal the final plan. Okay. Your sister disturbed you. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Hang on, I'm just opening the booth door. It's getting warm in here. I've been sitting in here for 2 hours. More, with the door closed. Phil's eyes narrow as you mention the map, his hands unconsciously moving to his chest, where the folded parchment is hidden beneath his shirt. He glances around at the others before slowly pulling it out, his movements deliberate and careful. I hope you know what you're doing, he mutters under his breath as he spreads the map on a smooth patch of scorched ground. The parchment is old and fragile, its edges worn and frayed. As Phil traces the route with his finger, the others lean in to see their breath hot on your skin. Oh, they're very eager. This is the final leg, he says quietly, pointing to a series of winding paths marked in delicate script. But we're not alone anymore. It's not as bad. Might be a bit of dumb AI issue for you right now. It's not as bad with smarter AI models. However, your options as free player are somewhat limited. Yeah, dude, I'm just going to use my imagination to cover the gaps. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to let it get in the way of good time. I'm having a great time, by the way. This is much better than I thought it was going to be, actually. Okay. Look. AMS. Universe. Oh, okay. AMS is going to write. AMS, go for it. Go for it. I'll let you write. While you're doing that, I'm going to animate my character again. Okay. Let's change my color here. Let's see. A nice yellow, perhaps? Alright. What is he writing? AMS, are you writing or what? You're trying to understand? So Midnight, basically, we have made our way to this, like, tower. We're going to try and steal a weapon from someone who's made it. We've traveled 200 years in the past. Phil does not trust me because I tried to kill him. And when he tried to escape through a portal, I went with him through the portal. And here we are, 200 years in the past. But we are still going to try and get the staff from the person who's made it, the weapon. And then, I don't know what the plan is then. We're going to try and travel through time again? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Correct. Oh wait, a voice in their head said, explain. Correct, Neil rumbles, speaking with a slight growl, and I'm not entirely sure how that changes things. This is your quest, not theirs. His massive hand rests on the hilt of his axe, muscles tense beneath the rough fabric of his shirt. The firelight... Hang on. I'm gonna edit this. Sorry, I've got a pen in my mouth. Not ours. His massive hand rests on the hilt of his axe, muscles tense beneath the rough fabric of his shirt. The firelight dances across his scarred features, making the old wounds stand out starkly. Phil exhales through his nose, tracing the path with a fingertip. It changes everything. Or at least, it should. He glances up at you, eyes glinting in the firelight. These three have their own agendas. We need to assume they'll act based on their own interests. Hang on. He thinks there's 3. I'm going to say there's 2. Okay, time to pull the lead out. Do. Okay, using your dirk, which has never left your hand this past half hour. Swiftly and quietly. Slide the blade across the left hamstring of Neil. Say, less of a problem now, though. Oh, and you're saying, Mirix, alternatively, you can always look for someone with a running subscription to host the story. The subscription of the host is used for all players. So if I upgrade, then everyone else will be able to join in on the more superior kind of AI experience. That's cool. Does that also mean that I would be able to have more than 4 people join in? That'd be cool. The dirk slices cleanly through Neil's hamstring tendon, severing it with a wet snap that makes the barbarian grunt in pain. He staggers, his massive frame suddenly destabilized as his leg buckles beneath him. His axe clatters to the ground as he catches himself against a tree, snarling through clenched teeth. AMS moves instantly, drawing a short sword and a flash of steel, but you've already repositioned, keeping Neil between you and his weapon. Fuck, Neil hisses, gripping his ruined leg. Blood seeps through his fingers as he tries to maintain pressure on the wound. His breathing comes in sharp, controlled bursts despite the pain, his face contorted with fury. Phil moves with surprising speed despite his injury, rolling to the side and coming up in a crouch, his dagger now in his hand. His eyes flick between you and AMS, calculating the odds. You notice his shoulders tensing as if preparing to leap in one direction or the other. I see what you did. Wait, so let me get the position right. Hang on, look at the screen, So, here's the firelight. Here's the fire, right? Okay, here's me. And... what? Sweat beads on his forehead as he controls his breathing. La 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 la. Okay. Yeah, I think, like... I have a feeling that Phil is here. AMS is, like, here. And I've got... I think I've got... what's his face here? Neil here. So he's wounded, right? He's on guard, and Phil can either go here or he can go here. Okay, right. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm just trying to visualize it so I know what to do. La 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 la. I should. What's going on here? Phil moves with surprising speed, right? You notice his shoulders tensing as if prepared to leap in one direction or the other. I see what you did there, he mutters, although there's no mistaking the grim approval in his words. Neil slumps against the tree, his wounded leg unable to support his weight. Sweat beads on his forehead as he fights to control his breathing, muscles straining as he tries to push himself upright. I should gut you where you stand, Neil growls through gritted teeth, though the threat lacks his usual conviction. Oh, you're saying the multiplayer is always limited to 4 people? Hang on, no, because I'm not sure. Look, it says... it hinted at the fact that there could be more, but okay, 4 is... Dude, it makes sense that there should only be 4, because more than 4 would just be crazy if everyone was typing at once. I should gut you where you stand. Neil growls through gritted teeth, though the threat lacks the usual conviction. They hear something strange, saying A-N-R. Your hand tightens on your bow, the movement drawing Neil's attention to it. His good leg tenses. Hey, AMS, you know my name's not A-N-R in this, right? Just saying. My name is in the list here. It's Uria. It's Uria. Hang on. There we go. Your hand tightens on your bow, the movement drawing Neil's attention to it. His good leg tenses, preparing to lunge despite the agony. Easy, big man, Phil says, his voice calm and measured. That arrow won't miss, and I'm not going to be fast enough to stop it. Neil's jaw tenses, works silently for a moment, his dark eyes burning with rage. Finally, he exhales sharply and leans more heavily against the tree. Fuck you both, he mutters, though there's less venom than before. His hand presses against the wound. What's he doing? Oh, trying to stem the blood flow. Is this what you wanted to happen? Phil asks you quietly, not taking his eyes off Neil. AMS notices something strange in here. No, You reply simply, keeping the bow steady. But I wanted to prevent what might have happened. And now we don't have to find out what that was. Your arrow never wavers from Neil's chest. Phil gives a short, humorless chuckle. Cold. His gaze flickers to AMS, then back to you. I might have done the same. The way he speaks suggests he doesn't mean it as a compliment. No, I don't take it as a compliment. I'm fucking terrified of Phil. I am terrified of Phil. And Phil's left the game. Phil's just left the game. Okay, there is room for one more. Yeah, you're right, man. Mirix, that's okay. You can check it out. Tide or Midnight, you are welcome to come and join if you want to come and join. I'll put the link in here for anyone who wants to use it. If you want to use it, you don't have to. But there's a space free now. Someone's left. So. Okay, yes. And the way he speaks suggests he doesn't mean it as a compliment. Neil glares up at you from his painful position. Sorry, Sefik, that's you, by the way. Hatred burning in his gaze. You think this changes anything? Think you've won some kind of advantage here? His words are strained with pain, but the words carry a dangerous edge. Everyone notices AMS's eyes. They feel a terror. The strange pressure in the air is unmistakable. An invisible force bearing down like a physical weight. The fire sputters. Well, I don't know if Sefik... You died already. No, you didn't die. You're not dead yet. The words carry an invisible... the fire sputters and sparks as something stirs beyond the camp. I cut your hamstring so that you couldn't run. You can still limp, though. So, like, if we need to use you, that was my plan. I was like, oh, we can still use him if he can limp, you know? But you can always fight back, man. You can... Feel free to type in and just, like... You can fight back. Everyone notices AMS's eyes. They feel a terror. The strange pressure in the air is unmistakable. AMS stumbles back a pace, his sword shaking slightly in his grip. Something's wrong, he says, softly, scanning the shadows. That sound. Neil's pained features twist into a snarl as he strains to hear what AMS does. Even you feel it, the quiet wrongness, the subtle shift in the atmosphere. Phil goes very still, his head tilting slightly as he listens. His fingers curl tighter around his dagger's hilt. That sound, Neil echoes. Like, whispering? Now an important question raised by AMS is, what's the point of this now? Less of a problem now? Neil sneers through clenched teeth, his eyes narrowing as he glares up at you. Blood trickles between his fingers as he applies pressure to his wound. The pain hasn't dulled his anger. If anything, it's sharpened it. His remaining good leg shifts slightly, testing his balance, looking for an opening. I could still kill you before I die. AMS swallows hard, his sword still pointed towards you, but his attention clearly divided between the approaching sound and the immediate danger of Neil. We have bigger problems than this petty vendetta, he says, his voice tight with tension. That whispering isn't just in our heads. Okay, looks like Sefik is trying to... Someone else tried to join in for testing purposes. Yeah. Well, we've only got 3 at the moment. Oh no, we've got 4 now. Mirix is in. Whee, Mirix. Guys, watch out. Mirix is experienced in this, in using AI Dungeon, so he could probably take us out in like 2 sentences. I mean, I probably could just write kill everyone, but I wonder what would happen. Okay. Neil takes axe. Take Neil's axe and okay. Neil takes his axe and throws it towards Uria. Dude. Okay, fair enough. I did cut your hamstring. The axe flashes through the air, its head catching the firelight like a falling star. You twist aside instinctively, the wind of its passage stirring your hair. Sorry, man. I think I've got plot armor here. I should be dead. As the weapon thunks into the ground where you were standing moments before, the impact sends a shower of dirt and dead leaves into the air. Your bowstring creaks as you draw it back to your ear, the arrow trained on Neil's face. You fool, Phil hisses, but his eyes remain fixed on you. You've seen what it does. The whispering intensifies, not just in your ears, but as if it's coming from inside your skull. AMS asks, why am I raising the sword at you? What's the point? AMS's sword quivers as he holds it between you, his face contorted with confusion and mounting fear. Oh, maybe you're under someone else's control, AMS. You're not the threat anymore, he says, but his words are almost lost between the rising whispers. Why are you? His grip tightens on the hilt as he sees the axe lodged in the ground behind you. Neil laughs, though it's a wet sound punctuated by pain. See what happens when you try to kill a frost gale, he rasps, wiping... Oh wait, that's my last name. He rasps, wiping blood from his mouth. The mountains have opinions. His eyes roll up slightly, pupils dilating as the whispers grow louder. Oh God, what's happening? What's happening? What's the website called? It's called AI Dungeon. AI Dungeon, I'll get you the... Here we go. Here it is, here. I mean, I could have just typed this in. Oh, you're saying okay? Okay, cool. Just in case you need it, man. Alright, and the code for the game is that one up there. Okay. Okay, what's gonna happen? Yeah, someone else have a go. Someone else have a go. Someone else have a go. AI Dungeon. Oh, thanks, Sefik. Sefik already said it. Sorry, man. Sefik, you're so quick, man. So quick for someone whose hamstring has been cut. Oh, ayo. Sorry, man. I mean, to be fair, like, I got you, like... Have you noticed that I'm an absolute coward in battle? Like, I'm just literally just like, yep, I'll get you. Not in a nice way, though. All right. Hang on, I'm just going to get rid of this. This is all changed now. Okay, so, dude, do you think that Zalos is near, isn't he? Midnight. Ayo! Okay. The mountains have opinions. His eyes roll up slightly. That's you, Sefik. Pupils dilating as the whispers grow louder. Everyone senses something weird. All of you shiver for a moment and, from afar. The sound isn't just a whip. It's the crack of something massive splitting the air. The ground trembles slightly beneath your feet as an unseen force shatters trees somewhere in the distance. The whispering intensifies. Now a chorus of voices overlapping in a dozen languages, each word more distinct than the last. Jeez, that sounds terrible. Neil, Phil whispers, his face pale. He doesn't move his dagger from you, but his head snaps towards the sound of the impact. Those weren't natural. Neil's face shifts from triumph to something like horror as the voices in your head become clearer. What have you done? He snarls, though the question isn't directed at you. It's a prayer, a curse. Come on, Mirix. Give us a line. Give us a line. No, you don't have to if you don't want to. AMS is chiming in. AMS is going for it. Go for it, AMS. Go for it, Dino. Oh yeah, Mirix. Sometimes I'll call AMS Dino. He likes both. He goes by both. So, Tunturi Sapuli in the chat is Sefik. Midnight is Midnight. And AMS is Dino as well. Okay, here we go. Then ANR. Who's ANR? ANR's not in this, man. Is that me? Then Uria suddenly asks, are we friends or foes? The question hangs in the air like the crack of that unseen force splitting the trees. AMS's sword trembles between you and Neil, his entire body rigid with uncertainty. Oh, wait. It should be me then, shouldn't it? Then you. I'm Uria. Okay, cool. AMS's sword trembles between you and Neil, his entire body rigid with uncertainty. Hey, just a quick question, guys. Are you seeing this, like, are they saying Uria? Not, like, when it says you, for me, is it saying Uria for you? Like, is it talking in to each of us as though it's our own story? That'd be cool. Oh, you're only there to test things. You already left again. Oh, no. But gotta leave for now. I might hop in again later if you're still here. Nice to meet you, man. Like and subscribe, the usual stuff. But hey, I'm just glad you're here. Thanks so much for chiming in, man. This would not have been as good if it wasn't for you, so thank you so much. Oh, it's the same text. Oh, interesting. Interesting. All right. Okay. Everyone say bye, Mirix. Bye, Mirix. Might see you in a bit, man. Should be here for a little while longer. If we're not playing this, we'll be playing another game, so we'll see. We'll see. All right. Have a great time, whatever you're doing at work. All right. Yeah, Mirix is crazy, man. He's here while he's at work. He's hardcore. Neil's eyes, dark with pain and bloodlust a moment ago, now hold something else, something raw and almost desperate. Foes, Neil breathes, though the word lacks its earlier conviction. His free hand twitches toward the axe lodged in the ground. The whispering, oh, who's our next person? Who's our new person? Midnight. Hey-oh. Okay, if you're going to mention Midnight, guys, you have to... oh, Midnight, can you be the baddie? Can you be the guy that's on his way? Midnight, you could be, the guy called Zalos. Zalos. Midnight. Rename yourself to Zalos. You're the guy that is the guy we're trying to get the staff off, right? Unless you don't want to. You don't have to do that, but... so to do that, you click on the flame, and then you go down to your name and you click, and it'll ask you here on the dots if you want to change your name. You don't have to do it. No worries, no pressure if you don't want to do it. You can be one of us, but none of us seem to be friends. We're all kind of like trying to kill each other at the same time as get the staff, so... the whispering grows louder, like an approaching storm, each voice merging into an unintelligible roar. The fire flickers wildly, sparks dancing into the darkness where something massive moves through the trees. Phil moves with startling speed, grabbing AMS's shoulder. Put it down. AMS asks why, and suddenly feels, yeah, and we don't have time to be foes. I sense something is wrong. Oh, you're trying to make an alliance here? I wonder what'll happen here. I don't know if I'm ready to make an alliance. I think I'm still feeling a bit of bloodlust towards all of you. The whispers, well, we'll see, into a single deafening crescendo, making your teeth vibrate in your skull. The fire extinguishes itself in a sudden gust of unnatural wind that carries pine and snow sent from miles away. Neil's eyes go wide, as he sees something beyond the camp. The axe in the ground between you and him suddenly bursts into ice, spreading frost across the forest floor in jagged veins. We're fucked, Neil mutters, the words almost inaudible over the cacophony. His hand still presses against his bleeding leg, but he doesn't seem to feel the pain anymore. His eyes track something moving through the darkness at the edge of the clearing. And what's going to happen now? Looks like we've got more than 4, though. We've got more than 4. All right. We need to progress the plot, guys. We need to make the plot go forward a bit. Let's make the plot go forward a bit. Is this an Israel-Iran allegory, since you attacked me just because I could be a threat? Oh, getting real in the chat. Getting real in the chat. Boop, boop, boop. Getting real in the chat. Sefik. I mean, we could... Oh, man, there's so many things I could say right now. I'm going to keep it civilized. No, I'm not saying I disagree or agree with you. I'm just like, oh, I could turn it like the other way around as well. But I could also make like one of us America and one of us Russia, or one of us Australia and one of us America, or Canada and America. There's a lot of shit going on in the world today, but no one from in this chat is from those few countries, except for me, I guess. And I just don't care at the moment because I'm doing this with you guys. His hand still presses against his bleeding leg, but he doesn't seem to feel pain anymore. His eyes track something moving through the darkness at the edge of the clearing. AMS asks Neil, what do you feel? Something is off, right? Neil's face contorts in pain as he struggles to his feet, blood still seeping between his fingers. It's like ice in my veins, but worse, colder. He stares at his wound in horror as frost begins to spread from the point where the axe struck. It's in me now. Oh god, he's possessed. I tell you what, Neil, I'm feeling pretty stabby. I'm kind of thinking maybe we should just kill you. But wait, if we kill you... Guys, if we kill Neil... Sorry, Neil. Pretend you're not listening to this. Pretend you're not listening. If we kill Neil, then maybe whatever it is, the host, which I think is Midnight. Midnight, I think, is just... He's taking over people's bodies, so he'll just go to a new person's body. So how do we prevent that? How do we lure... We've got to lure him out. Phil moves forward, but Midnight, you can jump in here and you can say that you're inside. You can say that you're inside him, like inside his body. Zala, you say I'm possessing his body. I was like, wait, let me rephrase that. You're possessing the body. You can say whatever you want, man. But Zalos is the guy that we are here. We're here to steal his staff and take it from him. And I think he's a sorcerer. So I don't think he's going to take it, like, let us take it. He's the one that made it, and he's going to be really, like, OP. You're an OP character, right? So you do whatever you want, man. You jump in whenever you want. So you click on the arrows here, and you can do something, you can say something, or you can just, like, narrate the story. So don't worry about the C button. Don't use the C button. It's stupid. So do or say, if you're going to say something, just say, like, the direct quote. Don't say, like, I say... la 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 la. Just say whatever you want to say, you know? Okay, that's the 10-second tutorial. The whispers. They're inside us. All of us. He shivers, his dagger hand quiver. Oh wait, we're all possessed. What the hell did we unleash? The forest falls unnaturally. Silent. The previous cacophony replaced by a deafening absence of sound. Phil asks, what are you telling? What are these whispering? The words die in his throat as something massive and cold moves through the trees, its presence felt more than seen. AMS turns, his sword still raised but no longer pointing at you. His face is pale, and sweat beads his brow despite the chill that now permeates the air. We need to run, his voice, he says, voice tight with fear. Whatever that is, it's coming this way. The temperature plummets further, your breath fogs in the air. Neil stumbles backward, blood frozen to his leg. I can't feel my fingers, he hisses through chattering teeth. It's spreading. AMS says, wait, I don't think we should run, but ask that thing what or who it is, and we don't want war. Oh, you're a peacemaker. Interesting. I didn't expect you to be trying to make peace. This is great. Good on you, AMS. The temperature plummets even further, frost spreading rapidly across the ground. Neil's wound has frozen solid, his agonized expression frozen in place as ice creeps up his leg. The whispers have taken on a distinct, almost melodic quality, each voice now individually discernible. Ask it? Noel chokes out, ice crystals forming in his hair. It's already in us, you fool! Phil grabs AMS's arm, pulling him back as something massive moves through the darkness at the edge of the clearing. The ground trembles with each step, and a chill so intense it burns, seeps into the air. Okay, cool. Okay. Zalos reveals himself in a... No, dude. You're not going to ruin the story. You can't ruin the story. Like, I literally have tried to ruin the story by killing people, and it didn't work. Ooh, hang on, guys. I've just got to go on mute. I've just got to talk to my wife. You guys keep playing. And I'm back. Okay, right, what have we got here? So, Zalos reveals himself in all his terrible glory. Okay. Okay, here we go. The ground trembles with each step, and a chill so intense. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, Midnight, I tried to ruin the story when I tried to kill Phil at the start, but it didn't work. He survived, and yeah, we can always make it better. If it goes bad, we can always make it better. We can edit, like we can go back and edit everything that we want to. Do you know what I mean? So it's no big deal. The ground trembles with each step, and a chill so intense it burns, seeps into the air. Phil feels warm right around AMS, and AMS boldly yells, "What are you? What do you want?" A terrible stillness follows your shout. The whispers stop abruptly, and the silence that ensues is almost physical in its weight. Then, slowly, something shifts in the darkness beyond the clearing, like an immense, patient thing turning its attention to you. I am what I have always been. These words do not sound in your ears so much as reverberate through your bones, a presence in your mind rather than a voice. Neil stumbles backward, a strangled sound escaping his throat as the ice creeps higher up his leg. Your breath crystallizes in your lungs. Guys, it's happening now. This is the big one. This is the big one, and I have to go in like the next 10 minutes. My son is awake. My oldest son. And it's 1 a.m., so my wife is like, "Where are you? You need to come and help." So right, we're gonna do this, right? Your breath crystallizes in your lungs. I am the silence between the stars. Zalos reveals himself in all his terrible glory. A towering figure emerges from the shadows, its form shifting like smoke against the darkness. It's humanoid in shape, but its presence defies scale, sometimes seeming vast enough to blot out the sky, other times standing only as tall as a man. Frost, this is you, Midnight, by the way. Frost spills from it in delicate patterns that trace the air like 1,000 frozen veins. Its face is an absence, a perfect void that somehow reflects your own image back at you, warped and stretched like a nightmare reflection in a mirror. I observe. I listen. The words come again, each one making the ice spread another inch up Neil's leg. His breathing is shallow and rapid now, lips turning blue as frost crawls up his torso. Phil says, "Yes, listen to us, O mighty being. I will be your champion." Wait, are you here, Phil? Are you back? Phil's back. Yeah. Okay, cool. Phil, by the way, Neil, I've cut his hamstring. By the way, his hamstring is hurt. The words hang in the air like a promise made to the abyss. Phil's voice trembles with desperation as he prostrates himself before the figure. Frost crackles where his knees touch the ground, spreading out in delicate patterns. "Oh, mighty being," he chokes out, bowing his head. The words he speaks sound hollow even to his own ears. "I offer myself as your vessel, your instrument." Oh, Jesus, Neil's going over to the other side. The figure doesn't move, doesn't react, but the temperature plummets further. Neil makes a sound halfway between a gasp and a gurgle as the ice now reaches his waist, his movements becoming jerky and uncoordinated. AMS asks, "What are you saying?" "I am always listening." The being's words reverberate through your mind like a bell being struck, each syllable carrying an undertone of countless others overlapping. Phil's body shakes with cold as frost creeps up his arms, but he doesn't move away. "Take me," he whispers. "Use me." The ice reaches his shoulders now. Neil has stopped making sounds. His body is frozen solid, ice encasing him in a perfect shell like a statue made of winter. AMS backs away slowly, his sword still in hand but lowered now, his face showing both awe and terror. "I hear your prayer." The figure's voice shifts, becomes more focused, more intimate. Okay, we gotta push the plot, guys. We gotta push the plot. Okay, Zalos snaps his ethereal fingers, and the staff appears, floating before him. The staff that you have all traveled so far to take. But only one of you will leave alive with it. Guys, it's a battle royale. This is FPS, okay? This is first-person shooter now. Now, don't let Sefik know just yet because he's going to kill us so quickly. He's going to one-shot all of us. Although I don't know how because he's currently possessed by Zalos. All right, how are you going to get out of this one, man? I believe in you. You can literally type in and just be like, you could just say, like, I wake up from my trance. You could literally be like, I fight it off with my strong willpower. You can do whatever you want. Okay, I will consider your offering, the voice booms. Neil's frozen form shatters like glass, leaving it. Oh god, no! Neil's dead! Sefik, you're dead, man! No! Unless you can bring yourself back as a spirit. Bring yourself back, man! Leaving behind only a pile of frost and snow, but I do have to go in like 10 minutes anyway. Less, like 5 minutes. The wind howls through the trees, carrying whispers in ancient tongues. AMS backs away, slowly, his hand tightening on his sword. The temperature rises slightly, but the air remains thick with cold. Zalos snaps his ethereal fingers and the staff appears floating before him. The staff that you have all traveled so far to take. But only one of you will leave alive with it. Phil trembles as the staff hovers before him, its presence a pulsing, unnatural. Yeah, man, he's absolutely horny for this staff. He's been aching for this staff in a weird way ever since I met him. So, Phil, Mate, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you at this point. The ice has nearly reached his face now, leaving only his mouth and nose uncovered. Take me, he whispers again, the words scraping from his throat. Make me more. The being's form shifts, contracting and expanding like smoke in a gust of wind. I accept your sacrifice. What? Okay. The words fill your mind as the ice suddenly surges up Phil's face, sealing his mouth and eyes in an instant of pure blinding cold. He has no time for fear, no time for regret. His consciousness dissolves into white nothingness of the ice as his form is subsumed. AMS suddenly heats up and boldly asks, "What are you doing, Phil?" It's too late, man. Phil's gone. Zalos turns his attention to you, his void face somehow fixing with a more direct focus. The temperature spikes painfully, and AMS feels his skin beginning to blister and crack from the intense cold. The being's voice speaks in your mind once more. I am always choosing, never forced to choose. Phil's frozen form glows with an inner light, frost patterns spreading across his surface in ever more intricate designs. The star floats closer to him, drawn to the light like a moth to a flame. AMS stumbles backward, his hands shaking as he tries to maintain his grip on his sword. The being's presence feels overwhelming, its power suffocating. Okay, guys, we need to kill him. So who's left? It's me and AMS, and is Phil gone? Is Phil gone? I think Phil's out of action. Sealing his mouth, he has no time to fear, no time for regret. His consciousness dissolves into the white nothing. Yeah, dude. So Phil's gone. Neil's gone. Phil's coming back. Phil's writing something. Phil's writing. Phil, take the plot. Do the plot. Take it away, man. Yeah, you're welcome to do it. Do it. So it's me and AMS, basically. I think that's it. You and me, AMS, we've got to kill him. We've got to kill him, like, really quickly now. And we've got to get the stuff. Or one of us can sneak up on him. If it was good storytelling, we would have used the foreshadowing of some moves I've done before. So we've used pincer movement before. If we use that again, then it's like better storytelling for the overall story, but we don't have to do that. We could use a pincer, like I could try and distract him with a simple trick while you come up behind him. But at the same time, like he sees everything. So how are we going to do this? We could try and trick him. We could try and trick him somehow. Or we could offer him peace. We could do a Deus Ex Machina and just someone come out of the wild, the wild snow and just be like, "Hiya!" and take him out. Oh, wait. Phil's frozen form glows with an inner light, frost pattern spreading across his face. The star floats closer to him. AMS stumbles backward, his hands shaking as he tries to maintain his grip on his sword. The being's presence feels overwhelming, its power suffocating, but AMS looks down and freeing his mind for a second, and the being is shocked. AMS is withstanding the freeze. Here we go. There you go, Dino. AMS is producing more heat. Oh, wait, you're OP, man. You're OP. The being recoils at AMS's sudden defiance, its form shifting erratically as waves of opposing temperatures collide. The temperature in the clearing fluctuates wildly, AMS blazing like a furnace, the surrounding air freezing solid in waves. Zalos's words thunder through your minds, echoing with something almost like surprise. You dare to resist? I dare, AMS shouts. Sweat streaming down his face despite the cold. His skin is reddening from the internal heat he's producing, veins standing out like cords of fire beneath his skin. The being's presence looms over him, oppressive and ancient. The frozen Phil continues to glow, but the light pulses unevenly now, unstable. A boss bar slowly fills up at the top of your vision as Phil combines with the stuff. What? The staff, we've got a boss bar. Oh my god, it's gamified. The staff pulses, the wood glowing with an inner fire that contrasts violently with the surrounding ice. The pattern of frost across Phil's form shifts, spiraling inward toward the center of his chest where the staff has begun to sink into him. His flesh is no longer ice, it's something else, something that shifts and flows like liquid metal beneath the glowing patterns. The being's voice carries an edge of something new, curiosity, mingled with its ancient patience. This one will survive. AMS stands his ground, his arms outstretched, face twisted in agony as waves of heat and cold battle within him. His clothes smoke, his skin peeling and charring as he maintains his defiance. AMS asks boldly, "What did you do to Phil?" The being's form twists, stretching and contracting as the temperature in the clearing fluctuates violently. I remember all things. I am all things. Phil will become one with the staff. His flesh will melt and reform around its ancient wood, his spirit absorbed into its power. He will never die, never age. His body will be vessel and conduit for knowledge beyond mortal understanding. The being speaks directly into AMS's mind now, his consciousness drowning in its vast presence. What you resist most will define you. The being offers nothing. That's pretty deep. That's cool. The being offers nothing, merely observes. AMS stumbles as another wave of heat surges through him, sweat mixing with the blood oozing from cracked skin. You know what, Midnight? You feel free to take this, but otherwise, I'm going to say... sweat mixing with the blood oozing from cracked skin. Oh, man. How do I spell my name again? Is that me? What's my name again? Yeah, Uriah or AMS. He wants to gift the staff to either Uriah or AMS, stating that they must face off. Uriah realizes the wrongs. This is my last bit, guys. I'm going to have to go after this. The wrongs he has committed. And all those he has double-crossed weigh heavily on his mind. He has never felt so low. But with Zalos in his mind now, he knows that salvation is afoot. He must go to the staff and devote his very being to its light. I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna go to the staff. I feel bad. Okay, basically, the TLDR here. I can't. Sorry, guys. His flesh writhes and flows, melting and reforming around the ancient staff. The being observes impassively as AMS fights to contain the conflicting energies. His body pushed to its absolute limit. The temperature spikes again, and this time AMS can't hold back the overwhelming power. He collapses to his knees, skin blistering and peeling, muscles spasming uncontrollably. Through the haze of agony, he hears the being's words. I am patience. I am eternity. Your friend will be remade. He will know all, see all, be all. And in this moment, Phil's transformation reaches its peak. AMS is glowing red. He is healing all the cracks closed. He is heat now. The being is getting shocked as Phil's transformation reaches its peak. He suddenly glows with blinding light, the frozen patterns on his skin blazing like white-hot metal. The temperature in the clearing fluctuates wildly, ice melting instantly while AMS's body burns with intense heat. The staff completes its fusion with Phil's form, its ancient wood now pulsing with ethereal energy that spreads through his newly remade body. God, is Phil gonna win? AMS, still on his knees, his skin now covered in angry red burns, watches in awe and horror as Phil's eyes snap open, revealing orbs of swirling chaotic energy. Zalos wants to gift the staff to either Uriah or AMS, stating that they must face off. Uriah realizes the wrongs he has committed, and all those he has double-crossed weigh heavily on his mind. He has never felt so low. But with Zalos in his mind now, he knows that salvation is afoot. He must go to the staff and devote his very being to its light. Phil stands before you, the staff of eternity fused into his very being. His form has changed, his skin now metallic, shifting between silver and gold as if he were liquid. The staff pulses with an inner light that mirrors the swirling energy in his eyes. I feel everything, he speaks. And each word is layered with countless others, echoes of distant ages. The whispers of time past, the dreams of ages to come. His head tilts slightly, the motion unnaturally fluid. You wish to wield this power? Uriah takes a shuddering breath, his body still racked with residual pain from his previous wounds. AMS asks, "Free Phil?" Zalos doesn't acknowledge AMS's request, his focus entirely on the transformed Phil. The being's presence feels less oppressive now, more expectant. The temperature has stabilized, though it remains unnaturally cold. Phil's new form shifts subtly as he processes your words, the metal of his skin rippling like waves on a lake. "I am free," he says, but his tone is strange. It carries the weight of eons, the certainty of one who no longer sees time as you do. But freedom is different now. I am part of something greater than myself. The staff and I, we are one. Uriah melts into the staff. And I'm going to steal a line from one of my favorite TV shows from the last couple of years. I forgive you. And I love you more than anything you could ever do wrong. Come, sister. Let us depart. I gotta go after this line, guys. I gotta go. But freedom is different now. I am part of something. I'm just going to stop reading at wherever it is now, guys. Even if someone types something new, I got to go after this. I'm sorry. We can do it, but guys, we can do this again. Like, we can just join straight back in, and we can continue this if you want to. Freedom is different now. I am part of something greater than myself. The staff and I, we are one. AMS asks Zalos, "What is your plan?" The temperature in the clearing plummets as Zalos speaks, his void face turning toward his void face. Jesus. "I have set the staff upon its path. Now it must choose." He gestures both to Uriah and AMS. "One of you will wield its power. The other will..." Well, his meaning hangs in the air, unspoken but understood. Phil's metal skin catches the light unnaturally as he shifts to face the two of you. The staff pulses within him, sending waves of energy through his new form. AMS, I'm only going to read up to where I got up to. I got to go, man. I've got a kid in the house who needs me. In my house. "A vessel requires both heat and cold," he says, his words layered with whispers. "One who burns, one who freezes." Uriah melts into the staff, and now Phil welcomes her with open arms. "I forgive you, Uriah, and I love you more than anything you could ever do wrong. Come, sister, let us depart." The temperature plummets to extremes as Uriah steps forward, her body already beginning to show signs of the staff's influence, her skin flickering between flesh and metal, her face caught between human features and something far older. "I feel it," she gasps, the words thick with power. Like I'm being unmade and remade all at the same time." Her body convulses slightly as the staff's energy courses through her form flickering as she approaches Phil. Phil's new metallic flesh reaches out, glowing with an inner light that mirrors Uriah's flickering form. AMS, I'm gonna have to stop there, but dude, that's awesome. That's a really cool way to, because I like that you're continuing to confront Zalos. It means that we actually have, we have the opportunity now we could just all become new characters, and you could have the staff. Like, you could get the staff off Zalos now if you want to. But guys, I've had an amazing time. I'm gonna have to stop for now. I know for a fact that we can go back to it though, and I've had an amazing time. My wife has just called me, and she said that my son's going through like growing pains at the moment. He's growing really quickly at the moment, and every now and then he'll wake up at night really in pain. I don't actually think he'll probably be asleep by the time I get back in to the house. But at the same time, I'm going to have to leave it there. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've had an amazing time tonight. This has been really cool. I'm keen to do this another time. We can either do some dungeon stuff next time, some AI dungeon, or because I think we've got a whole new community that we can explore here, guys, as well. There's a whole bunch of people that will want to play with us. I freaking love it. They've been really welcoming, just like the World Guesser community, which is you guys. So I'm keen for more people to join our little group here. It's amazing. But if you want to play other stuff, I have other games, or we could play some Minecraft, we can play some World Guesser, we can do some Deadshot, we can do some Crash, what's it called? Smash Kart. And I'm happy to have my butt beaten any time of the day, any day of the week, any week of the month, any month of the year. This is AMS, this isn't AMS. This is Adulthood Not Responding, and we are live streaming away the existential dread. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I have no doubt. AI Dungeon news, have a good night. Dude, thank you for being so welcoming. The whole community on the Reddit, and especially the Discord has been so lovely, so thanks so much, guys. And Midnight's coming in with his signature. Bye. Bye. Good night. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Liking and commenting in the video afterwards makes it go out to more people, but, you know, I'm not going to stop. I don't really care. I'll be back live. That's what I really care about. I just want to be hanging out with you guys, so thanks very much. See you later, guys. Bye.